Dream chasing, chasing that money down like that stole something. 1,000 nights, let's get it. Every time I fall, I go even harder. Every time I lose, I get even smarter. This is not a movement you can be a part of. Nigga says up, we take it even further. Met black jets in the budget now. Riding in the Phantom with 100 rounds. Heard these niggas talking, I can't come around. Lambo in the trenches, that's him coming down. Pop up in your city like I teleport.
Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Michael Sanford, owner of TummCloud Sports Media, and we are here at the Big Dog Podcast. This is our episode 7. We have the Centennial Coyotes here in the building with us. I'm going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves one by one, and then we're going to get this thing rolling.
Noah Carter, class of 24.
Ricky Munoz, 24, wide receiver.
Hayden Allen, 24, safety.
Iverson Small, class of 2024, safety.
Coach Taylor.
Coach Carter.
Yes, sir.
Brandon Jones, BJ Media. Adam Beadle, 887 The Pulse, voice of JCFC.
So, I'm Will Brown, owner of the Basement AZ, Alkaline Activated Juice Bar, local football trainer. Let's get this podcast on, man.
Let's go. So first thing first, man, Centennial football. I was doing this a little bit of research last night, and what I discovered is you guys got a rich history. Coach, what you've been able to do, they're 74% win average. That's pretty impressive to be anything over 50, but to be that high over 50 is pretty impressive. What is the culture and the standard of Centennial football, and how do you push that into these players every day?
Well, first I'd like to thank you for inviting us here.
Yes, sir.
And our culture, I believe, is based on hard work. It's based on trust, based on teammates, so.
Yes, sir.
And that has just come about over the years. And when our players buy into that, we usually do pretty well.
Yes, sir. I understand that, man. What do you guys think the culture is, and how is it to play for a coach that, you know, he's proven? You know what I mean? What does it mean to play for that type of program?
Yeah, I would say a big part of just being a Centennial Coyote, I would say just being tough. We do a lot of weight room, a lot of running after practice. So you just got to keep your head on a swivel just every day. Just keep working, and you'll be good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay.
Well, week 1, you guys got Desert Edge, kind of who runs the West Side battle. How much does that game matter to you guys?
It matters a lot. Really sets the tone of the season. We've been working for the whole off season really hard, nonstop, continuing to work for the first game coming up. We're ready to just prove what we've been working on.
A lot of guys are returning. How much do you think that continuity is going to help with this year's team?
It helps a lot. We've all been there before, like played in varsity games, gotten reps, and it's really gonna help. We have a lot of chemistry, all that. So.
When y'all think about just this ride, this season, and everything that y'all have put into it so far, what does a successful season look like? Is a championship a bust?
A ring championship.
A ring. So setting that standard, knowing that everybody is trying to win the championship. There's a lot of great teams in the Valley. Don't give me the cliche. Don't tell me you're just going to work hard. How you going to separate yourselves? I want QB to answer. How you going to separate yourself from the pack?
I'm not the QB, but...
I thought you was QB. You used to play DB?
Safety.
Yes, sir.
Safety. Yeah. So that's quarterback of defense to me. Straight up. So
exactly.
How you separate yourself?
Honestly, trusting our coaches. Trusting the coaches that have done it for a while. Coaches have 7 rings on their fingers, so history repeats itself. So as long as we work hard and
I knew you was gonna say work hard.
Right. I mean, still rally mind. We gotta keep working. That's all we can do. Focus on the little things and everything that's in front of us.
No, that's real. Like you really the first player that said I want to trust my coach. Like we done had a lot of people up here today, and you have to buy into the program. And buying into the program is literally trusting his decision making, not just saying I'm at a program that's gonna win and we automatically gonna make it to the playoffs. So Hey, Coach, you got one right here, because it's hard to get players to really listen and trust your lead and not have just those selfish motives about what can I do for myself to be a great player. So I love that answer.
Yeah, I would add into that. I would say what we do, like when adversity hits, like what type of team we are, and what, like, just how we respond to when something bad happens, and just we just gotta stay together as a team and just keep working, like Aiden said.
I'll direct this question more at Noah. When everyone talks about Centennial this offseason, they talk about the defense, but offensively, you guys lost kind of the heart and soul of your offense at Kayvon Clark. He graduated. You got a young QB who's only a sophomore and came in and one of the best in the 2026 class. I know you play both ways. What do you kind of expect from this offense, and how are you guys going to fill in the role that Kayvon leaves behind?
Yeah, I would say our offense changed a lot this offseason. I would say what came, and we have another quarterback, Danny Avila. They just really decisive, so they know what they're doing. They know all the plays. They've been in the playbook, so I feel like we should put a lot of points on the board every Friday.
My question would be, I coach this kid in 707, so what does it mean, Coach, to have such a young gun back there as your signal caller, and for him to have the poise and confidence that he has? He believes he can make every throw on the field.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? How do you coach something like that with someone with such raw talent? You know what I mean?
Well, to some degree, you just let him go. You know, he is mature beyond his years, football-wise. You know, you look at him and you think, you know, he's small in stature, but he's an outstanding player. He knows what to do when the play breaks down. And I know that our guys trust both of our quarterbacks. And I think we're going to score probably more points this year than we have in a long time. You know, traditionally, we've been pretty good on defense.
Yes, sir.
Shutting out St. Thomas Aquinas when they were fifth in the nation. Playing against modern day. We played against big time teams, and our guys are ready to play that type of game. And I expect that our offense is really going to roll.
Yes, sir.
Talking about big time plays, you also got a lot of big time players. Noah, yourself being one of them, committed to Washington. Just kind of tell us a little bit what went into that decision on why Washington. And I also want to kind of get your thoughts on. There's been a lot of movement in the conferences and stuff like that, and just how you feel as you enter your senior year going there next year.
Yeah, I would say just being at Washington was, first off, just a huge blessing. I've always dreamed about stuff like that. It's like just going on visits and stuff like that, just seeing colleges. So that's just a blessing. And a big part of my decision was just the AZ connection with kids that went to Centennial, and not even just Centennial, just Arizona based. A lot of kids that are up there, and coaches, Coach Hoff, who used to coach at Centennial. So it's a lot of just like, they know, everybody knows each other down there, up there, really. And with changing to the Big Ten, I feel like it's a bigger opportunity, very big opportunity. It's just with better teams, just more immediate. So I feel like, and I just feel like I just got to get in the weight room, because I know they run a lot in the Big Ten for sure. Yeah. So I definitely got to get bigger.
Speaking of the switch to the Big Ten, you and Miles Lockhart are two of the top recruits in the state. Miles Lockhart is going to Ohio State. Now that you guys are conference rivals, have there been any kind of smack talk over the last 24 months?
No, not yet. I feel like I definitely cannot wait to play Ohio State, though, because just the name.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
Because we got one season left.
Yeah, just because of the history.
Coach, are you an Ohio State supporter?
I'm from Ohio.
Oh, see, I ain't know. So what is it like for you as somebody that's from the Midwest and seeing the culture of Arizona football over the past decades kind of be, I ain't gonna say kind of, really be the same level of play that is in the Midwest and in the South? How have you seen it grow out here in Arizona?
I came here in '86, and where we lived out there in Peoria, Bell Road was still a dirt road. There was orange groves on both sides, and I would say Ohio football, when I came in '86, Arizona was way behind in many aspects of the game. But since that time, with so many people moving in here, and so many great coaches, and so many kids moving in from all over, I think Arizona now is a hotbed for recruiters. We get recruiters coming in from all over the nation. And we've got a sophomore now, a big kid, and he's from Louisiana, who moved up here, and he wants to go to Ohio State. I said, why would a kid from New Orleans want to go to Ohio State?
And not LSU.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
He said, I just like their colors. I said, okay, that's a good number. And that kid may have a chance. He's a big old boy.
Yes, sir. Coach Clark, I seen you play college football, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I seen you won a conference championship or something like that, right?
Yes. So my time there, we won the football conference championship as well as the track and field one.
Okay.
So,
Why does that transpire? How's that transpiring into your guys? How do you feed that confidence? Because sometimes, especially talking to the younger generation, you're like, I'd have been there, I'd have did that. It's hard for them to grasp. They're like, yeah, man, whatever, bro, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? How does that translate to these guys, man? How do you pour into these guys?
Part of it's the accolades. There's a little respect there, but more importantly, when I first came to Centennial, it was the relationship. I did a lot of research on this guy, and he said he has enough wins. He just wants to see kids' lives change at that point. And so come to these guys, they'll laugh about it, but I actually stayed with them fall camp, and they're long old cabins up in Prescott, and so that was just the relational aspect though. They saw that I didn't just come to talk to them about the kind of player I was in college or what I did, but that I was there to help them and see them get to that next level. I honestly want to see them do better than I did in college. So just starting laying relationships, then communicating some of the wisdom of the game, some of the different things that I know about the game, and then just grinding and working hard and proving to them that I'm someone that wants to help the program just as much as they do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you guys are from Peoria, right?
Yeah.
The P, as you know, very
Central P. That's what they call it.
out here. No, that's not what they call it. I think that's what I call it. With that being said, I think that's what I call it. With that being said, Peoria is known for its grit and its hard work. You put your hard hat on, you go to work. It's not like the East Valley where it's all glamour and fashy over here. Right? You know what I'm saying? You get kind of that Midwest swag over there in Peoria, right?
That's correct.
How does that transfer, that hard nose, that hard work transfer into your program? Are these kids bringing it from their parents, or are you still having to instill some of that Midwest ways into them?
They're pretty tough kids to begin with. And we've got 2,000 kids. We're playing against schools of 4,000. So we better be damn tough. And we are. We practice hard. You know, we always go full go, no takedown. And sometimes they forget about the no takedown. But, you know, to compete against those great schools that we got to compete against, we got to have some kind of edge. And our edge is that we're going to play hard. We're going to play tough. For the entire game, regardless of the score, we're going to play hard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You guys obviously have that great relationship on the field, playing hard on the field. Obviously, shows it on the open a couple of years in a row. But off the field, it's important to also have that relationship. What are some of the fun things you guys do aside from football to strengthen that chemistry and just become brothers?
Play basketball.
Yeah,
Who can actually play?
That man named Iverson. You better be able to play. His name's Iverson. I was about to ask, are you named after AI?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I was about to say, that's the coldest name for a first name, Iverson. Like, I'm AI.
So did y'all play on the high school team?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so I'm gonna come see if you don't catch no lives, I'm leaving.
That's sweet, man. Well, what do we expect? This is BJ's famous question, so I'm going to take it from
They said they
there.
expect the state championship.
Okay, so it's state championship. Okay, well, I'll leave that question alone. I'll let somebody else go.
One thing I do want to kind of add to what we was just talking about, and it's literally your last name, Small. And I ain't even making a joke about it. I'm serious, bro. Like, how do you keep that sense of I belong? Like, I know I can get the job done, no matter my size, no matter if it's somebody else that might be more experienced. what's your mindset going into the game, knowing people underestimate you sometimes?
Really is trusting the work that I put in over the off season or the practices with the coaches that they're telling me, the film we've been putting in, all that, just every little aspect that comes up leading to the game, like preparation. Because I feel like we prepare a lot like differently and like I want to say like better than others, like more like intensely. Like it's and about like being the small thing, it's all hard over height, wherever, no matter what you do.
Put down the shirt, bro. Hard over height. The shirt up.
I can attest to that when I was being a corner last year in the position group. He was one of our top 6 tacklers. I mean, there was no situation where somebody had the ball where I didn't think he would make the tackle. Yeah. The first defensive play of the year against Hamilton, incredible offense, really hard to get scheme for. Obviously comes down, just lays the wood on the bubble route. Yeah. And he sets the tone for the year. He is the epitome of a hard-nosed defense that we like to play at Centennial.
Yeah.
And so, height, stature doesn't really matter. He shows you how big he is with the way he plays.
Yes, sir.
That's true.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
This one's for Hayden. He transferred in from Mountain Ridge, a program that doesn't necessarily have a lot of history of winning, to Centennial, a program with an incredible history. How refreshing has that been to be around a program with such a great attitude towards winning? And how do you expect, after starting in week 6, for you, maybe Phil Braxton and some other transfers to impact this team in a positive way?
We're already working hard. I feel like I already belong. I feel like a family. It was a big difference. The culture is everything. A lot of that was eye-opening for me. It felt like I really was respected as an athlete when I came over. All respect to the coaches at Mountain Ridge and stuff like that. I still got a special place in my heart for them, but it definitely was a good thing for me to come here and change and challenge myself. Honestly, is the biggest thing, because the 5 games is tough, but I think I'll be able to come back. I missed 5, we play 8, so miss 5, play 8 more after that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. He said we playing 8. Okay, then. I like that, man. I like the confidence of the Coyotes, man. And Coyotes hunt in packs. You know what I'm saying? When they go out as a team, as a gang. You know what I'm saying? Metaphorically here. So, what is that like for y'all? You know what I'm saying? They say, what do you do for fun? What do you do at practice? But what is the real on the team brotherhood? Y'all got each other's back, or y'all wait till y'all leave out of practice and y'all don't really talk? Y'all play the Xbox together? What's that like?
Yeah, everybody. We've been known each other for a while. I've known everybody right here for over 5 years. So we just got a lot of chemistry, and I would say with Iverson, I've known him for a while, and just ever since he was young, he just always flew to the ball. Just everybody flying to the ball. I would say RTV, run to the ball is a big part of our defense. So yes, sir.
All 11 hands to the ball. I see you guys brought 3 defensive guys. Although he is a double threat here.
Yes, sir.
348 receiving yards, 4 TDs last year, right?
Yes, sir.
Can we get to 700 this year?
Yes, sir, man. 10 touchdowns.
10 touchdowns?
I'm trying to get 23 sacks.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to see. I think as a pure tight end, man, you got a good chance to set yourself apart from everyone else. You know what I mean? And as a two-way player, you definitely can do that.
Yes, sir.
But it has been a pleasure to watch you guys make the noise that you've made. 2 years ago, y'all had Liberty on the road, wasn't it? In the opening, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, it was some hard hitting in that game. And this year, I hope to see that. So, who's y'all's biggest thumper out there?
Who the hardest hit on the team?
Who bring it?
Well,
obviously,
yesterday in practice, we're going full go no takedown, and one of our young running backs gets a hold, and out of nowhere, that guy was shot out of the cannon. His helmet was like sideways, and he got up thinking, maybe I ought not be here. And I would say all of our guys will hit. DBs have a better chance to have those big, gigantic hits because they have a long run. But Noah, his game is shorter. He's playing over some guy that outweighs him by 50 to 60, 70 pounds.
Yes, sir.
And he's got to deal with him and get to that quarterback
Yes, sir.
or get to that running back. And he had some really big hits last year, and I expect, he and all these guys here on defense are going to play well. And Ricky Munoz is, as a sophomore, was selected by his teammates as most valuable receiver. Last year, he suffered through some injuries, but he's healthy this year. And a lot of people won't know how good he is until it's too late.
Shoot, 22 yards a catch. I was talking to him over in the photo booth. I mean, that is impressive. Calvin Austin, the third, he plays for the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's the only receiver I've ever seen have that many yards a catch. And that's pretty impressive, man. I don't know if you're getting yards after the catch or what, but that's pretty impressive, man. That you're a big relief to your quarterback, so into your offense, man. I really look forward to seeing you get off this year, especially number 4, because that was my number. You know?
Future goal for Ricky, the Triple Crown in our district for track. He was the 1, the 2, and the 400, all first place.
Oh man, you
Last one was the 1, the 4, just missed the 2.
Ooh, what you trying to get, 21, 20?
So at least break 21, yeah.
Ooh, you know me, my boy. I like that. I gotta come see you then, for sure. I like track.